Currently, most public debates in the Netherlands regarding online gambling focus on the online market, on online advertising and online player protection. However, we should not overlook the land-based sector. Despite some regulatory challenges and an outdated regulatory framework, quoting from this morning, land-based gambling remains a vibrant sector that serves and continues to serve a significant number of players. Because of this, we are very welcome to please the new chair of Trade Association van Kansspelen, which represents the land-based slot sector in the Netherlands. Meijdam. Henry, thank you for coming and please come to the stage. Welcome.
Good afternoon. I'll use a handheld mic because I don't like these things on my head. My head is too big, obviously. And I've been asked to speak to you to introduce myself, which is only in 10 minutes a very fierce task, but I'll try to do so. I'm not out of your sector, so I'm new, green as grass, and I look at it and I think, what is happening here that makes the business difficult? And the first thing that I see is that people who have to trust each other are looking with a very suspicious mind at each other. So I would like to invest in trust on one side of the table, the government, and on the other side of the table, the companies. So that is my first task. The Van Kansspelen is a trade association for the slot machines, and we try to do our business. I've got small letters, so I have to change once again. To strengthen the sector with our members, large and small. So we'll try to satisfy everyone, which is difficult because the big companies have other interests than the small companies. Everyone counts in my view, and we try to do that in the next few years. I meet passionate people, people who like their job, who want to do a good job, and who want to lead a responsible business. A long history of companies, family businesses, family entrepreneurs. And this good entrepreneurship has to be balanced with legislation. And that is the main point that I think we have to invest in. Get a good balance between legislation on one side and the room we need to give good entrepreneurs their chance to do a good business. And when we look at a field, that is difficult because there is a tendency to give more legislation to do responsible business. And I think that it's difficult that we look for a business which gives the business opportunities to be attractive and the government satisfaction that we do a responsible business and avoid addiction. That is the main task for the next few years, because in politics, in The Hague, we watched very carefully, and this balance is a search for a way to the future. And I want to give good intentions from our side to that. I have to get more into the frames that you use because it's all new to me. We've had hard times in the COVID period. Thanks to Erik Alders, there was an intervention so that the business could stay open for a long time, but we've had our results which weren't very fortunate all the way. We had strong foundation in the business and endurance, which was necessary to give direction to the next few years. A lot of challenges lie ahead of us. Constant attention from society for our industry. There is never a dull moment. And I think that the VAN, which started in 1971, plays a big role in this part. We are in constant discussion with the government. We are intervening to have a good gambling act. And then a lot of things are arranged by municipalities in which scarce permits are given out for new businesses to do their thing. Well, we'll try to help them to get their way through. Now we have a much more important central government, and a few facts state the legislation we are confronted with seems outdated. The professional branch counts 290 casinos, 6,500 locations for slot machines, and it is important that we transform the gambling sector into a sector which has been seen as an entertainment sector, because that is what we want to be. It is a cheerful sector, but to do that, we have to focus on responsible playing, not because it is prescribed, but because we want so. That is what Björn said this morning and what I like to phrase at. We want to sell a safe car for our journey towards happy customers. Pleasure, entertainment, entrepreneurship, responsible playing, addiction prevention, they go all hand by hand. And I hope to lead the sector within the next few years in a way that inspires the people to do their jobs and gives you the room and space to do your jobs, whatever you are and where you've been. Thank you very much. And I'm asked to take part in the discussion afterwards, so I'll...
Yes, please stay on the stage, Henry, while we move on to the next part of the session. So we'll extend this session, and please have a seat, but not on the left seat.